All right. So sorry to not record that. But as we start our practice here, let's sit up straight and tall and contemplate this sense for yourself. What does redemption mean for you personally? What are you asking for forgiveness for within your own small little ways? And can you ask it of yourself? Can you offer this sense of redemption to yourself? One of the greatest lessons of forgiveness is to recognize that it doesn't involve the other person, that we really need to offer that within our own heart toward others and toward ourselves. And it's a personal thing that happens within us. And it happens within the context of support around us. So what is something that you feel could be renewed within you that you would like to shift or change or grow in? And if there's some redemption needed or some forgiveness needed or a change of course needed, can you give yourself the grace to let go of what's no longer serving and bring yourself into the hopeful beginning of this moment? All right. So renewal. So as you close your eyes and find a good posture and maybe set an intention around renewal, what gets in your way? What do you notice kind of blocks that internal grace of welcoming a renewal within you? And can you recognize that every moment is a new beginning? And that whatever has come before is just that. It's just in the past. And this moment now is what we have control over. So as you breathe fully and deeply, bring yourself into your body, remembering that our practice is this opportunity to live in presence, present moment awareness. The tools of our yoga practice, of our breathing practice, of our meditation practice is to enable us to be here now. So can you let go of everything that has come before? And plant yourself squarely inside your breath and in the sensations of your body. And when you inhale, imagine this beautiful opportunity for something new. Would you like to invite in? So, part of this intentionality is being very mindful and aware. What is it that you are inviting in? What is it that you would like to release to make those shifts so that your life aligns with your intentions well? So use the breath as the symbolic and very real aspect of inviting and releasing. You feel ready. Bring your hands together at your heart and let this mudra be one to not only seal intentions, but to coalesce, to kind of focus your attention on what your intentions are. Release your hands. All right, and let's find our way onto our back. And so as you stretch out and reach into some length in your body, recognize the simple fact of lying down and how that changes something within you, whether it's something in your mind or in your body. Notice what shifts. And then when you're ready, reach the arms overhead and let's offer some space and some length, reaching the right side, reaching the left side, and just enjoy. And bring your knees into your chest and let's rock a little bit, swaying from side to side. Hanging on to the knees, and let's roll in one direction, feeling a sense of freedom across our back. And then rolling in another direction. And let's open up our hips, moving your knees away from the middle and bringing them back in toward. Full breaths here. All right, and then hug in the right knee, left leg long on the ground, and move around in your ankles and wiggle through your toes, feeling a deep sense of rest through your skull, a relaxation in your shoulders. Let your breath come in deep and full. Let's hang on to the right knee, cross it over to the left, and open up across the twist. Feel your chest expand, feel your breath expand. Try not to overdo so we don't have to push our knee all the way to the ground. Just finding whatever twist is available in this moment. And then coming back to center, grab that knee. Let's put our right thigh over left thigh or right foot on left knee and do a little hip opening here, a little glute opening, maybe a little bit of movement, maybe a little bit of stillness. Head is heavy, stay connected to the ground. So feel that your body can rest as you're opening your legs up a little bit. And then let's switch sides. Left knee into your chest, right leg long on the ground. Let's move about in our ankles and our toes and wiggle your feet around so that you feel that nice awakening in your feet. Moving some lymph, moving some tendons and some ligaments and joints, getting your proprioception alive, waking up your nerves. A good squeeze of that left knee, and then cross the left knee over to the right, any bit you want. And you can always take a block too and put it underneath your shin if you'd like. Just kind of find the posture that's right for you. A deep breath here, opening up across your chest, feeling that movement in your lung fields and in your spine. And then coming back to center, lifting that left knee into the chest again. Put your right foot on the ground, left foot on right knee, or left thigh over right thigh. And let's come into a bit of a hip stretch here. So feel free to rock around and move. Feel free to be still. Make sure you're connecting with the breath, remembering that renewal that's possible with every inhale you take. It's kind of amazing that we have this built-in renewal literally every few seconds in our entire lives. There's an opportunity to bring something new in. So what, just keep trying to discover what it is that you want to bring in. Invite, intend. All right, grab onto your feet, happy baby. Open up the back of your body a little bit, maybe a little bit of rocking to and fro. See what that feels like in your spine and your pelvis. And then open up to a star on the ground, reaching your limbs really wide. Let's roll around our wrists and our ankles at the same time here. So we're waking up our hands now too. The next exhale, when it comes, draw your knees into your chest. Hug it. One more time. Expanding, open, getting big and wide. Exhale, drawing your knees into your chest. Relax your head down onto the ground. Let's roll to your side and come up to your hands and your knees. I can't think that I've taught many yoga classes without a cat-cow as part of the practice, and for good reason, right? This is such an important pose to do. A great pose to do first thing in the morning. I can't think of a way to renew your spine any better than a cat-cow. So notice, link up your breathing to your movements. Enjoy the simplicity of just rolling through your vertebrae. Notice your breathing. Try not to cut your breath off in any way. All right, and then let's feel free to move around any way you want to move around in your body. Finding your breath. All right, and then let's stretch back towards a child's pose. Opening up through your hips, walk your hands forward, stretch through the sides of your body. Let your breath come in deep. Let it empty all the way. Let's do a side stretch here. So walk the hands to one side or the other. So we open up the ribs, open up the shoulders. Big breaths here. Saying hi to the sides of our body. Let's walk over to the other side. Try to accentuate your breathing. Let it get deep and full. Feel your way into the ribs. And come back towards center. Let's come up onto all fours again. Let's find a twist, reaching one arm up in the air, slide that arm under, twisting to the side. Again, finding the vertebrae, opening in this way. Find the fullness of your breath. Try to take care that your head and your neck are relaxed. Open up your shoulder in any way that serves. So if you'd like to come out of it a little bit and stretch the back of your shoulder a little bit more, that's great too. And then inhale, reach that arm all the way back up in the air, hand comes down. Let's switch sides. Arm up, take it on under, gaze toward the floor and enjoy. Enjoy the simplicity of opening up your body, becoming embodied. What a gift it is to just be here now. Reach that arm back up in the air, hand to the sky, and then bring it down to the ground. And let's find a dog pose. As we come on up, let's take a little time to pedal your feet, kind of opening up the calves, opening up the soles of the feet, remembering, the place where we touch the earth so much of the day, the bottoms of our feet. Let's take care to notice what's happening there. Make friends with the soles of your feet. Spread out the bones of your feet. Feel that reaching off the earth, so a sense of yield and then a sense of release as we open up through our ribs and our spine. Bring yourself fully into your breathing. Then walk our feet forward. Come to Uttanasana here. A deep forward fold. Feel the back of your body open. Come to a halfway lift. When you're ready, extending through the spine, open up the backs of your legs. And exhale and release again. Forward fold, relax your neck. And one more time. A halfway lift, getting long in your spine. Full exhale, melting toward the ground. Push through your feet. Take your time coming up. If you know you get dizzy on the way up, you can pause halfway, go slow. You can squeeze to the midline. Whatever you need to kind of find equilibrium in your body. Let's reach upward, come up onto your toes, feel the soles of your feet again, and then heels down. Cactus, open your heart, squeeze that back body a little bit, and then exhale and round in. Reaching the arms up to the sky, a little bit of a lean back. Find that back bend. Living here. Exhale and find your swan dive forward. A halfway lift, feeling the openness of the heart. Exhale, relax your skull, melt the full exhale. Step back to a dog pose. Feel that extension in the body. Enjoy this posture. Let's take our feet nice and wide. Turn your toes in so you feel lots of space in your hip flexors, in your pelvic floor, your low belly. Big breath there. All right. Walk your feet back to neutral. Come forward into a plank. Shoulders away from the ears, integrate into the center. Push the ground away. Stretch your crown forward. Feel your ribs hug in. And then let's find the ground. You can put your knees down first. Maybe a couple of rolls through your shoulders. And inhale for a cobra pose. Melt to fold back down. Take your hands, your arms into a sphinx pose. So elbows underneath your shoulders, forearms on the ground. Draw your forearms toward your hips a little bit and open up through your heart. Drop your shoulder blades down. Check in with your low back. Draw your navel toward your spine. Stretch into your legs. Press your feet down. And then exhale and relax to come out of there. Come up onto all fours and move your spine around. Wag your tail. Do anything at all that feels really nice. All right. Let's lift up to a dog pose. Enjoy your head down. Feel the inversion. You're so close to your hands and your feet. See if you can give some attention to your weightedness, where you're putting weight in your hands and your feet. Let's lift the right leg up in the air and stack open that hip and feel some space in there. A big breath. Put that foot down. Let's switch sides. Left leg up. Stack open the left hip, knee bent or straight. Big breath. And come back down. Walk your feet forward one more time to an Uttanasana. Notice if your body's starting to warm up. Come to a halfway lift again. Pause here, hang out on those blocks. Let's pedal your feet so we open up those calves a little bit more. You can seesaw your feet, one heel up, and then the opposite foot, your toes are up. Switch. You can let your hips move around. All right, and then take wide legs. So turn sideways on your mat and take some wide legs. Bend your knees. Okay, take your elbows inside your knees and just open up those inner thigh muscles. A deep forward leaning, deep squat. Find breath. All right, inhale, come up to a standing star, opening up your body. And release your hands down onto the ground. Okay, we'll do some moving goddesses just to kind of warm up our legs in this way. So remember, we don't have to go super deep, but we can. Big breath in, exhale, drop down, drop your hands, drop your hips, and then inhale, push through your feet and rise back up. Take your time. Maybe, I'm talking while I'm doing this, so it's hard for me to, just have a breath in and a breath out to regulate the pace. If I was not talking, my pace might be different. So you do you. Don't listen to what I'm doing. Don't follow me. Follow your breath. Okay. So we're coming up on the in-breath, and we're going down on the out-breath. Just building some of that self-sustaining energy. All right, and this next one, we're gonna stay. So as you come down, maybe your hands can kind of feel that pressing of the ground away. Maybe you have a different position with your arms, whatever works for you. Ground through your feet, lift your chest. And then if you're ready, reach your arms up and feel that upper body extension, floating ribs in. Pulse your legs a few times. Open up your knees. Ground the four corners of your feet. And then inhale to a standing star. Nice and alive. Our legs are alive, getting some blood flow to them. Okay. And then let's go ahead and heel toe our feet in and turn back to the front of your mat. Big breaths here. Find the inhale. Find the exhale. All right, come to the front of your mat. We'll do some vinyasa here, just to get the breath and movement flowing in our body. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, floating down. A halfway lift on the in-breath. Exhale to melt. Inhale, step back to a dog. Exhale to stay here. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to come down. Inhale to a cobra. Exhale to melt. Inhale back up to a dog. Exhale to stay. Find that breath. Inhale. Exhale to stay. Let's walk our feet forward on the in-breath. On the exhale, fold again. Inhale, push through your feet. Exhale, trace down through the center. Eyes open or closed. Either way, keep breathing within the stillness of movement. Notice how soothing the breath can be. I'm going to do that one more time and focus on the pattern of your breath. Obviously the movements too, but let the breath be the linking, and the communion of the poses comes through the breath. When you're ready for an inhale, reaching up. On your exhale, folding forward. An inhale for a halfway lift. Melting again on that exhale. Step back to a dog on your in-breath. Exhale to stay. Inhale to forward plank. Exhale to come down. Slow down your breath. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to melt. Inhale to dog. Exhale to stay. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to melt. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to trace to the center. Notice your focus. Still breathing deeply. Don't change the breath just because we've stopped moving. We're going to do one more, just again, linking breath and movement. Move slow, breathe slow, modify anything that you need. Remember, we're just trying to find the connection of our inhales and our exhales to movement, so that this intention of our breath being our guide to bring what's new and let go of what's old. renewal, and redemption. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, floating down. Halfway lift on the next breath in. Melt to fold. Wait for the inhale, back to dog. Exhale to stay. Inhale, plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to melt. Inhale to dog. Exhale to stay. Inhale forward. Exhale, melt. Inhale, rise. Exhale, steady yourself. Just notice what your breath is giving you. Keep breathing. Step our left foot back, our right foot is in front. Find your hands on the blocks. Let's move like we always do. Okay, bending and straightening. Return to that breath. Try to keep the breath nice and steady. We're not going anywhere. We're just here. So just stay in the breath. Try not to rush the breath. Enjoy what you're feeling moment by moment. Nowhere to go. Ground yourself. Root into your lunge. On your next in breath, wait for it. When it comes, crescent lunge. Live in your breath. When your next exhale comes, don't rush it, twist to the right. Slide that right hand on your hip or on your back thigh and reach up to a pretty big back bend here. Keep the breath moving. And then wheel your arms back down to a lunge. Back foot comes forward and fold. Find your breath rhythm. A halfway lift. Relax again. Step your right foot back, come to a lunge. Slow the breath down, slow the movements down. Bending and straightening that front knee. Enjoy every sensation you have access to. Try not to rush what you're doing. Most importantly, try not to rush the breath. Doesn't matter where you inhale, where you exhale, just link up movement and slowness. Be patient. Ground yourself. The next breath in, rising up, see if you can keep that rhythm of your breath going. Everything we've been cultivating, stay with it. Enjoy all the openness in your heart and in your ribs. Your next exhale, twist to the left. Stay in that beautiful rhythm of breathing. Hug to the midline with your legs, stay grounded. If you want, reach your left arm behind you, grab your right back of thigh, or put your hand on your hip. Reach the arm up. Look up if your balance allows. Big breaths. All right, windmill your hands down, find a dog pose. Return to your breath if you've lost it. Come forward into a plank. Lower yourself down. Arms out wide in front of you, palms on the ground. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to melt down. Take your right knee up high toward your armpit. Look at that knee. Stay in your breath. Whatever the pattern that you are developing, try to continue it. Don't get choppy. Thread the needle, left arm underneath you. Twist open. Enjoy being on the ground. Let your head rest. Find that fullness of your breath in, the fullness of your breath out. Every breath in, an opportunity for renewal. Every breath out, an opportunity for redemption. Come back to center, switching sides. Stay in your breath, move slowly, stay in your breath. When you feel ready, right arm underneath you, roll open to the twist. If you lost the breath rhythm, find it again here. A deep, full breath in. A deep, full breath out. Back to center. Come up onto all fours. Find your breath again. Every transition, you may find you lose it. Let's just keep coming home to it. Child's pose. Feel the deep compression in your legs. Open up the breath. Let's lift to a dog pose when you feel ready. Stay for the exhale. Walk your feet forward on the in-breath. Melt to the exhale. Push off your feet. Rising up. Trace down through the center. Eyes open or closed. Stay in your breath. Feel your feet. Feel your palms touching each other. Unlock your knees. Breathe your breath into your low belly. Let's turn sideways on our mat. Wide, nice wide legs. Feel that steady breathing that we've been doing all along. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down like a goddess. Inhale to a shining star. Exhale. And my breath may not be matching your breath. So you do you. You do not have to match my breath rhythm. Match your breath. Let the movements match your breath. So don't worry if we're not synced up. Turn your feet out to the right. Take a deep breath. Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Straight leg. Exhale, Vira 2. One more time. This time we'll stay in the position, but we'll keep with the breath. Grounding your legs, try to keep that steady pace of the breath that you've had all along. Full inhales. Long, steady exhales. Feel how expansive your ribs can be. How grounded your legs are. Let's reverse the warrior on the in-breath. Reach and extend. On your exhale, Parsva Konasana. Stay for the breath. Be in the breath. Ground yourself. Open up your sides. Feel the roots of your legs. When your next inhale comes, we'll lift ourselves up. Back to neutral for a moment, standing star. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's drop down to a goddess. Inhale to rise. Take your time, move slow, let the breath be slow as you can make it. The next inhale, let's turn our feet. Exhale, Vira to the left. Inhale, straight arms and legs. Exhale, Vira. One more time. Now we'll stay. Keep moving the breath. Let the ribs be the lifeboat that the breath just expands into and is supported by. Remember all your alignment. Feel empowered in your whole body. Stay with the breath. Drop the shoulders, open your ribs. When you're ready on the inhale, reach into a reverse warrior. And as your exhale comes, Parsvottanasana, elbow on your knee or hand on a block. Come to your posture, breathe deeply. Remember the exhales, take them as long as the inhales. The last round of some goddesses. Inhale and rise to a star. Adjust your feet. When your next exhale comes, dropping down like a goddess. Inhale up and exhale down. Last time we'll stay. Put your arms anywhere you want. Ground yourself here. Root your feet. Open your knees. Lift your heart. Shoulders down and back. Head is aligned over tail. Keep breathing. Inhale, stand, turn your feet forward and come down to a more restful position, Pasrita. As we come to an inversion, maybe you want to grab a block to put your head on. Maybe your head is on the ground. Maybe you don't like your head on anything. So just find the inversion that works for you. Shoulders up away from the ears. Stay in the rhythm of your breath. Refine the breath again. Deep, slow inhale. Letting it all go. Legs are supporting you. Engage your quads. Open up your feet and root them. Melt your spine. Relax your neck. Maybe, if your head's not touching the ground, wobble it a little bit so you know there's ease. All right, let's turn back to the front of your mat. Be mindful of your transitions, dog pose. Find the big inhale once you're there. Exhale all the way. We're gonna come, I'm just warning you, we're gonna come into a pigeon pose. So We're gonna swing the leg. So if that's not your transition, if you don't like that, find your way to a pigeon. So we'll bring our right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward. Grab some props, maybe a blanket, maybe a block. See what your body needs to feel supported. Even though you might have broken up your flow, don't break up the breath. A deep inhale, a long exhale. Bring yourself down to a sleeping pigeon, and if there's any adjustment that needs to be had, take the adjustment. Can you find that breath again? Now notice I'm not giving a ton of body cues today, just into the breath. So remember your body though, so you all know these poses, so find the ways that you need to support. Notice if your breath changed, if it's harder or easier to find the flow. And preparing for the transition. Doesn't matter if you go to dog pose or onto all fours, or maybe you're on your back doing reverse pigeon pose. Try to make your transition, whatever it's going to look like, be filled with your breath. So find your way to whatever's coming next, to find a sense of ease and balance through your body before the second side. Stay in your breath. If you're in dog pose, left leg up and bring it through. Take time to find your support. If you need a block under your sit bone or a blanket, or if you need to adjust where your heel is, do all the things that you need so your body feels really supported. Your heel can be close to your pubic bone. Your heel can be pulled further out. Okay, so just find what's right for your body. Even if it got a little choppy, kind of adjusting yourself and making sure you're safe and good, return to the breath as soon as you're able. Transition out of that pose however you'd like to. We're going to come onto our back. Put your feet on the floor and have a block nearby. Pause with your knees bent, feet on the ground. Relax your body into the ground. Stay in the breath. We're going to take a supported bridge pose, so not a lot of efforting in this one. Take a block, lift your hips up, put the block under your pelvis. Make sure the block is across your pelvis, not in line with your spine. So perpendicular to your spine, underneath your pelvis. Any height. You can have it on lower, middle, or stack two blocks underneath you. Doesn't matter, whatever feels good today. Let's find our breath again. Open your shoulders up a little bit. Enjoy all this space for breathing. You can ignore me and just stay right here. And whenever you're ready, if you want to join me, you can bring your knees toward your chest for just a moment. And then we're going to lift our legs straight up in the air. Stay with the breath. You can do a few different things. You can be just still, where we're just allowing all that blood that we've cultivated in our legs through the standing poses to kind of drain back toward our heart, letting our lymph drain back toward our heart. So imagine those gentle waterfalls in your lower extremities. You can be very still. You can do a few things here. You can flex and point your toes or roll around your ankles. You can open your legs wide. You can bring your legs in. You can even hug one knee in and stretch the other straight. So just experiment with any kind of movement that feels good to you. Notice your breath. Stay with your breath. Bring your knees toward your chest and then put your feet on the ground. Lift your hips, feet down. Okay. Roll to your right side. Grab onto your left ankle and stretch your quad. And just enjoy. You can put a block under your head or your arm. And even though, we're not moving as dynamically as we were, we're still breathing just as dynamically as we've been through class. If you want to get a little more of a hip flexor stretch in there, pull your whole thigh back. Coming back to center, over to the other side. On your left, you can put your arm under your head or a block or a support of any kind. Grab your right ankle, heel toward hip. Stretch your quad, stack your body. So hip is over hip. You can let your whole femur bone draw back if that is helpful to you. Stay in your breath. Come back onto your back, feet on the floor. Lift your hips, scoot them to the right, knees come up, drop left. Twisting open, turn your head to the right, return to the beautiful breathing you've been doing. To neutral, shift your hips to the left, knees come up and drop right. Twisting open. There, expand open to a star. Exhale, knees into your chest, head up. Relax your head down, grab your feet, a little happy baby. As we prepare for Shavasana, decide if you want extra support underneath your knees or your legs up on something, or if you're cold, or if you have bright lights, or whatever needs adjusting. Take some time to find your body. Place it down on the ground in any position that's easeful and comforting. When you get there, when you settle, and kind of remove all the distraction around you, so make sure you're not touching random props or anything else. Once your body can really settle, return to the breath. Our breathing. Enjoy the depth of your breath and the slowness of your breath. Enjoy what you're giving yourself. Any movement that feels good in your body, it can be small movements, it can be big movements. Eventually, take your time to come to your side. Take your time on your side. Pause for a breath, at least one. And when you feel ready, you can take your time. There's no rush to help yourself upright. Melt once you're seated. Let your exhales carry that melting quality. Renew on the breath in. Let's bring our hands together at our heart and see if you can just allow whatever gifts of your practice have bestowed on you. If you're more present, if you're more open, more available, anything, whatever it is, let's offer this to ourselves and to each other. Send your energy out. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.